It's supposed to be up, not down.
Joe? Joe Riley?
No, Kyle.
Kevin, actually.
Kevin.
Kevin, we graduated together. I don't know if you remember.
No, I do, yeah.
Yeah, dude. Well, how are things? I remember you didn't go to college. You didn't really have a job.
No, yeah, neither. I didn't do college. I don't have a job. So.
Nice, dude. I got a master's degree. I'm making $17 an hour. What are you doing?
Nice. I don't have a job still.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You didn't have a job back then. So what are you doing?
I don't like jobs. Yeah,
So-
I suck as an employee. So.
What do you do? Like, you're
I
a
flip
weirdo.
houses.
Flip houses, huh?
Yeah.
You don't have a real estate license.
No, definitely not. No. But anyway, Kevin.
It's Kyle.
Thank you.
Fucking shit in my head, man. How the fuck did I go to school for 6 years to drive this? This fucking douchebag drives.
You actually don't want it as bad as you say you do. Because if you did, you would already be there or on the way there. I see a lot of young men go around and say that they want to be rich, say that they have goals, tell their mom and their girlfriend their dreams, go on TikTok and repost these slideshows of people living lavish lifestyles, people driving Lamborghinis and having Goyard wallets and money spreads, but literally wake up at 2 p.m. and never work out, never eat healthy, never change their bad habits, always play video games until 3 a.m. in the morning, never bother to connect with better people, surround themselves with people who also do the same thing, and never even work. For the first 17 years of my life, I did absolutely nothing but video games. I was just like you. The only thing that separates me and who I was 2 years ago was the fact that every morning I wake up and actually try in my life. I wake up wanting more out of my life and I act on it. That is literally the only difference. And the reason why you're not there is because you don't want it as bad as you say you do. Going around and telling your loved ones that you want a Lamborghini is not enough for you to become rich. And that is the reality check that a lot of young men need. You have to do it yourself. You have to wake up and actually take those steps towards success.
This shit is worth more money than anything ever because you can make so much money off of this, bro. Off of your Instagram, your Twitter, your Snapchat, your YouTube, your Twitch, your TikTok. Build your fucking brand. Build it. Stop fucking waiting around. Build it now.
Work your ass off. Do what you want to do. Do what you want to do so you can do what you can. Do what you have to do so you can do what you can. Do what you got to do so you can do what you want to do. That's how I go. Look. Y'all see this shit? 20 years older than a fucking McLaren.
When you put the work in, God gonna show you the way.
Yes.
And like I just said, all of those YouTube videos you was doing, all of those field skits that you was doing, you said I had a bunch of all of that was lining you up to get to where you was at.
Exactly.
To find out what do I do that the people love.
If you just sacrificed this summer, these next 3 months of your life, bro, you could change the entire trajectory of your entire life.
They not gonna understand what the fuck you doing because they ain't never did it. They ain't gonna understand, bro. I gotta lock in for the whole summer, bro. I ain't coming outside.
All we gotta do is sacrifice a couple years of fun. No girls, no parties, no vacations, no distractions. Let's lock in on our dream.
And you're gonna fucking fail. You're gonna fall. And in that process of you falling and getting back up, that's where you're gonna learn. That's where you're gonna build the character. And that's what will eventually lead to you becoming the type of person in order to make everything succeed.
Every time you fail, you must be grateful for it and see it as a part of the story that you're going to tell people one day on a podcast, on a yacht, on a boat, on a plane, or in a restaurant of how you became the man that you are.
Has anyone else thought about the idea that we were all groomed from a very young age to be members of a cult? And by cult, I mean the idea of trading 40 to 50 years of your life for maybe 10 or 15 years of freedom once you're too old to actually enjoy it. And if you question this cult, if you question this traditional model that we were all tricked into believing was the only way to do things, you're considered crazy. Or you're considered someone that doesn't really want to work, or someone that's lazy. And in reality, you're just trying to think critically and ask yourself, is this really the best way to do things? Is it really the best way to do things to spend 8 to 10 waking hours a day away from the people you love most, 5 days a week. In return, you get 2 days. You get 2 days. And on those 2 days, you got to do all the things that you couldn't do during the previous 5 days because, again, you were busy working. Like, how is everyone okay with this trade-off? You trade 5 days for 2. You trade 40 to 50 years for 10 to 15, if you're talking about the average life expectancy in the United States. How's that a fair trade? And despite this, everyone goes along with it. Everyone signs up for that college tuition. Everyone signs up for them student loans. Why? I don't know. They probably don't even know why themselves. Because it's the only way to do things? It's not the only way to do things. It's just the accepted way to do things. It's just the way to do things when you fall in line and don't question the norm.
Why is almost nobody talking about how no college graduates are getting jobs right now? I know several of my friends' parents who have gotten laid off recently, several, and they've had their jobs for a very long time, and college graduates aren't getting jobs. I know a lot of people that have graduated college, a lot of people, and hardly any of them are getting jobs. And if they do get a job, it's $40,000 a year, bro. And no one's really talking about it except for on fucking LinkedIn. But it is seriously a big problem, because when all these kids graduate college under the impression that they're going to get hired, and then they don't get hired, and then they sit around waiting and they still haven't gotten hired a year later, and then there's another group of college graduates looking for jobs, and all they're doing is letting people go, not hiring more. What happens, bro? And everyone was under the illusion that, hey, I just need to play the game, go to college, get a degree, I'm going to be chilling. It's not even that fucking easy anymore, bro. If you wanted even more proof that it's a scam, it's literally right in front of your eyes, bro. If you want to make it financially, no one's going to do it for you. No one. But all the most successful people in the world have college degrees. From fucking Ivy League schools, bro. Like Harvard, Stanford, Cal Berkeley. If you're going to a fucking community college, you don't have a fucking edge over these people, bro, that grew up at multi-millionaire, billionaire conferences because their families are connected. You have to make it happen. Can't rely on the system at all.
There is no life in the United States, and you'll only realize this when you leave. The average American is working 2 to 3 jobs and multiple side hustles just to stay afloat. The US is literally a business, and if you live there, all you should do is work. That's what it's meant for. But once you make your bread, dude, get the fuck out of there. The fun is overseas, my guy. And I don't knock anybody who hustles and works hard to make a better life for themselves, but working is just a piece of the puzzle. Because if you're just focused on your wealth, you are neglecting your health. The clock's ticking in the States. You got work to do, boy. You can't enjoy yourself. You got bills to pay, motherfucker. And if you actually leave, get ready to get your time back, your health back, and watch your stress almost disappear. And that's the biggest difference between living in the US and living abroad. Time. And I ain't saying it's all sunshine and roses outside of the US. But what I am saying is you will have your time back. And that's the one thing that money can't buy.
It's no way around not living check to check. We all live in check to check at this fucking point. Because you want to live in a good neighborhood, right? You don't want to live in the hood. Bills and shit, all this shit is not doing nothing but going up. The average fucking apartment, 1 bedroom is $1,500-$1,600. Especially if you living on your own, that's what make it twice as harder. That's why people always try to go out for a second source of income. Really just to have some free fucking money. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of fucked up because it's okay, let's say you work 2 jobs. If you work 2 jobs, you don't have no fucking time to yourself. Because when you away from the first job that you at, you thinking about going to the damn second job. Or you got to get ready to go to that second job. I swear, the economy nowadays is it's to the point where it's meant for us to struggle. A motherfucker making $25 an hour back in motherfucking 2014, that's goddamn $50 an hour. Now $25 an hour is $16 an hour. What the fuck? You already got to worry about rent. And then you got to worry about bills outside of your house. Phone bill, car note, and it's a law to have insurance. And that ain't even half of the bills that majority of us got. That's why it be so hard to, save money and fucking just maintain a good living at least. I get it. You got to work without looking at the clock, but god damn.